CBS 2 News at 6 p.m.
Sky 2 over a raging brush fire that's threatening homes in Santa Clarita and prompting evacuations tonight. There is a massive firefight from the air and the ground.
The fire is burning near the northbound 5 freeway near Calgrove Boulevard. There are mandatory evacuations in some communities, including homes south of Calgrove. High winds are also posing a challenge for firefighters. There is zero containment at this hour. CBS 2's Jeff Witt is live in Santa Clarita with the latest on this breaking story. Jeff?
Peter and Amy, things are much better now than they were about an hour ago when we last checked in with you during our last report. The air is starting to clear up, even though there is some smoke rising over there. We got to the street about half an hour ago, and the smoke was really thick. There were a lot of fire crews here, but they have since moved on. But what I want to do right now is go ahead and roll some video that we shot earlier, because there was a series of airdrops along the I-5 near the old road in Townsley, where flames got dangerously close to the freeway. Oftentimes, water dropping aircraft just basically skimmed over power lines to do these drops. Now, the fire department tells us that 4 helicopters and 3 fixed-wing aircraft have been working the so-called South Fire in Santa Clarita. Earlier, mandatory evacuations were in place along White Oak Canyon, LaSalle Canyon, and Valley Oak Court. Earlier, we spoke to one homeowner who told us the mood on her street as fire crews attacked the flames as they moved closer to this neighborhood.
I think everyone was just really focused and thinking about, there's always that kind of drop off between, are we really gonna have to go? How much have I prepared for this? Okay, what do I need? If I have 5 more minutes, what else do I need? So
what sort of stuff were you guys grabbing yourselves?
Oh, just like photos, things that maybe just old things that you have on like thumb drives.
So right now, the fire department tells us about 160 acres have burned so far. More than 200 firefighters have been working this fire. In fact, Angie Morricone, you can maybe zoom into one of the firefighters that's basically doing some structure protection right now. You can see him in his Nomex right there. They are basically hosing down some of this property to make sure that it's okay. This is the one belonging to Melody Yen that we spoke to earlier, and she said folks here were a little bit nervous when the evacuation orders went into effect, but things have certainly calmed down. We've seen a number of hand crews out here. Some of them have been the guys in the orange jumpsuits, which are the inmate firefighters, but at this point, things are much better than they were. Having said that, you know, the winds have been kicking up sporadically out here. So at this point, the fire department tells us about 200 homes are threatened. So even though things are much better than they were, that doesn't mean that they are going to be out of here. They have not eased up their intensity or their focus. At this point, the point of origin of this fire is still unclear, and the cause of it is still under investigation. So we will stay on top of this. We are being told by the fire department that there will be an update in about half an hour. So we will be there and make sure that we update you as the night goes on. But for now, let's send it back to the studio.
And Jeff, I know things are improving out there, as you mentioned, but do you think that most of the residents you've spoken with actually heeded the evacuation orders and took it seriously?
Yeah, I think people do take it seriously, but I think it's a twofold thing, right? Like, you are serious about it, but I think a lot of times people see it on another canyon. So like in this case, Peter, I'm going to ask Angie to focus on this van right here. You can see this family, they've got their van parked ready to go. So earlier, Melody Yen told us in that soundbite that they started grabbing some stuff and started putting it in that van. So you do have people who do take it seriously. That doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is going to bolt in that moment, but they were certainly keeping an eye on those canyons. So yes, they were taking it seriously.
Well, that's a good thing, because the fire burned very close to those homes. All right, thank you so much, Jeff Nguyen, reporting there out there live.
And here is a list of evacuation centers that people could go to right now if they need to. The College of the Canyons Physical Education Center. Large animals can be taken to Castaic Animal Shelter.
And CBS 2 meteorologist Markina Brown joins us now with a look at the weather conditions that firefighters have been facing out there. Markina.
Yeah, here are some of the current conditions right here, Amy. And from what I can tell, from what I've been monitoring, the winds haven't been that bad, but there have been some stronger gusts. So right now in that area, we've got numbers that have kind of been fluctuating between the upper 70s and the lower 80s. We've got winds now that are gusting at about 7, so really not bad, but it depends on where you are in that area. You could get stronger gusts, and of course, as you know, sometimes fires can create their own weather systems, and just within the systems themselves, you could have winds gusting a lot stronger than what we have right here. So as we take a look at some of the current wind gusts in and around the area, there are a lot of single digits on the board, but there are some double ones as well. We've got winds gusting at about 13 miles an hour for the folks in Riverside, 14 in Fontana, and 17 up in Apple Valley. So we'll continue to watch out for not only the winds, guys, but also the heat and humidity as we head toward the next couple of days. Plus, we've got a cool down in the 7-day forecast. Stick around. I will sort it all out for you coming up in just a little bit. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Marquina. And joining us live on the phone right now is Inspector Sal Alvarado from LA County Fire. And Inspector, this is a fire. I mean, it looks small now, but it did burn 160 acres. And it seems that you all have really been able to get it under control quickly. Tell us about what your crews were actually dealing with out there.
You still want to do another one, 637?
Inspector, can you hear us?
Inspector Alvarado?
Yes, sir.
Hi, you're on CBS 2 News right now. Can you give us an update, sir, on what's going on out there?
Yes, LA County Fire got dispatched at 1450 to a brush fire just northbound 5, just south of Calgrove. The original report was that we had a fire running uphill. Once the personnel got on scene, they did bump this up to a third alarm. Originally, it was a second alarm. Now we have approximately 300 personnel battling this fire. We do have hand crews. We have our fire suppression aides doing an outstanding job. We also have engine crews, patrols, dozers. We do have 2 fixed wings, and we have 2 helicopters also assisting by air. At the moment, we have 160 acres. We do have a couple of homes that are threatened. We have approximately 200 homes that are threatened. Evacuations are taking place. If you would like to contact your local sheriffs here for evacuation, for the actual evacuation places, that would be the best thing to do. For those people that are being evacuated, we do have College of the Canyon at the gym. That's where they're going to be heading. Seems like right now the winds are preferable right now, so we are working really well on this fire.
All right, Inspector, thank you so much for that update. We appreciate your time. And again, this fire is still threatening homes in Santa Clarita.
Yeah, 200 to be exact. And we're definitely going to keep following this big brush fire in Santa Clarita and bring you an update coming up in just a few moments right here on CBS 2.